There is a brand new team on Nitro that has already secured the #1 spot on the leaderboards. And as you can see in the top right corner, they've been made since February 19th, 2021. Today we're going to be talking about this brand new team called LXW and essentially what it means for the Nitro community and the competitive community in the future. Let's hop into it right now. So starting off, as you can see, these are Japanese characters, it looks like, in the top left corner. And I went onto Google Translate, and what turned out is that this, obviously, Japanese character kind of setup means Love X War. And this essentially also means why the team tag is called LXW. So that is just a little bit of some background information regarding why the team is called that. The second thing is that while it may be a new team, this racer is certainly not new. I don't know much about their status, whether or not they're botting, whether or not they're account sharing. Not much to say about that. They are, however, what we do know is that they are the captain of LXW, and they are both a top 3 team and a top 3 racer. So obviously they hold a lot of, a lot of responsibility on this account. As you can also see, they've completed 142,000 races, which is a lot. They've been a member since 2018, and they have around 32k profile views. So not much to say about Purple WT. I really don't know much about this account because I feel like a lot of discussion regarding this account goes behind closed doors. They obviously have a Discord server, so I'm sure that's where most of the talking goes down. Now, moving on, we're going to go to the special requirements page of this team. If we scroll down and then scroll right, we have special requirements. This is what domination looks like. Our work here is done. Watch out for the sequel WX or LXWA is about to do damage, and then they have their Discord. So what I think is interesting is obviously that special requirements. Our work here is done is interesting because it sounds like they're giving up or they're finishing, whereas they clearly have just kind of started. So I think it is interesting to see that already. And then if we go to this LXWA, I'll never get the team tag right, LXWA, then we see that there is a sequel team who has completed 3,000 races on the team. In the past 24 hours. And obviously there are also a bunch of lifetime races on here. We obviously have Whipped Cream, who I know a lot of people know. They have completed 77,000 races. There are a bunch of people, 50k, 43k, 40k, 13k. So obviously what they're basically trying to do is, I suppose, create a dynasty. As you can see with this team, the sequel of LXW, created to display our Japanese power once again, and take top second team just behind our prototype team. So I suppose the goal here is to obviously have, as they said, a dynasty where they have LXW at the top and LXWA in second place. And I think this is interesting because they're definitely going for both of the teams, and that will be really interesting. So what does this mean for the competitive community? To my understanding, there has never been a team, or there have never been 2 teams in which they have paired up particularly with the same name and the same goal, assumably run by the same people, to get first and second on the leaderboards. Usually it is one team against another, and obviously they'll overstack the most active players on that team to secure first place. However, what we see right now is LXW is clearly dominating the first place. PR2W is obviously in second, and then WMW, or We Must Win, is in third. If we go down, it can be assumed that LXW2 is probably somewhere down here as of right now. Maybe not even down there just yet, but it will be very interesting to see what happens going in the future, to see if this team is able to secure second place and if they can get enough people to, unite these 2 teams. Do I support this kind of new way of grinding? I think in a way it's just like the fact that, if you want to grind for the leaderboards and you want to create a huge dynasty, then that's totally up to you. I think with this, 7-day rolling average kind of leaderboards thing, then it'll be really interesting to see if they can keep up this kind of domination that they have started, or if a team as consistent as PR2W constantly is will kind of take over and rule Nitro type. Obviously, in the past, I believe 7 months, they have really stepped up and made a lot of great, I guess you can say, a lot of great and consistent overall just like improvements to the team. And as you can see, since in the 7 months they have completed 1.5 million races. Obviously, they have Wildflower in itself, so they have a very strong, team overall. And I think it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out and how it plays out. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the description, or in the comments. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. This is a very interesting topic that I'd love to hear your thoughts about. Obviously, it's going to be really interesting to see just how this LXW team plays out, what's going to happen, if their team captain is botting or not, if there are other people botting on the team or not, if there are people botting on PR2W, who's going to get banned, who's going to stay, and who is going to rule the Nitro type competitive leaderboards. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching today. Have an amazing day, and peace out.